This video contains spoilers. This is your warning. To leave and play Ruin first, then come back to this video. Now that we got that out of the way, we can talk about the game. First, the designs, they are a big improvement compared to the original Glam Rocks. I mean, look at them. All of them look so much better apart from you. Ruin fixed my main problem with security breach, that it's not really that scary and it's bright, but Ruin is scary. Also, the ruined Pizzaplex is pretty dark. I hope future FNAF games are like this. Now the main gameplay. You get this Vanny mask and you can enter the AR mode. You know, like the game FNAF AR, remember that game? You can go through objects and get collectibles that you can only get in AR mode. And I think it's a really cool idea, if only it didn't remind me of FNAF AR. Final thing about the mask, when you wear it, you can get attacked by the entity who can't kill you, but can summon other animatronics to kill you. I do really like his design, it's way better than Glitch Trap. Let's talk about the cameras. They act like they do in Five Nights at Freddy's 3, as you can play audio to lead animatronics into different rooms. I guess I can talk about the Faz wrench. Wait a minute, wrong Faz wrench. Much better, that's the right one. You can use it to open doors if you charge the conduits to the correct level. I will say this for the last time, if you haven't played Ruin yet, click off of this video, because I'm now going into the story. Okay, so you play as a girl called Cassie, where she enters the ruined Pizzaplex hoping to find her friend Gregory, but she finds out later that it was not Gregory but the mimic. I must talk about how the game runs. I got to say, it runs way better than the base game, and it has a lot less glitches. I will now talk about the parts of the game I really liked. I also want to say that I think the Princess Quest ending is the canon one. The first character you meet is Chica. I mean, look at her, she looks like she has a trash bag inside of her. She is also missing one arm and half of her head is missing, and she looks like she is low on power as well, as you can see her sitting and laying down later on in the game. I just wanted to say I'm so happy that the Blob made an appearance in Ruin. Sadly, Burn Trap is not in Ruin. I'm sure he will come back, he always comes back.
I always come back.
Monty attacks Cassie and pushes her into the water, then the title appears. I just want to talk about Monty. He is just an endo now, and he acts just like an animal, and he talks like one too. He can't talk, he can only make sounds now. Poor Monty. Next is a daycare bit, and it is just less scary than the base game, but I mean it's less confusing. I want to talk about the main event of the daycare for a bit. Sun and Moon, or Eclipse as they go by now. I feel really bad for Sun and Moon, because they are fighting for control over their body. Eventually they turn into Eclipse, and I got to say I really like how this guy looks. I was not expecting to like him this much. I really like that the Enders are back in Ruin. The endo part might be my favorite of the base game. It was pretty scary, you always had to watch your back. Speaking of endo, there's this giant endo coming out of the screen in the Fazbear Theater. I just think it's cool. I just want to show this giant cupcake. Why is a giant cupcake in the Pizzaplex? I have no idea. Also, I just want to point out that Chica lands in a recharge station. This is one of the reasons why I think Chica is low on power in Ruin. I mean, before she landed in the recharge station she was laying down. If you go into a vent in the restroom next to where Chica lands, then once you go into a vent you see an arcade called Chica's Feeding Frenzy, and you can play it this time. It was a cut arcade game from the base game. Also, if you beat it, you get Chica's voice box. Remember this for later, I will bring this up again. Here's an area that was not in the base game, and that's the server room, and for some reason the entity is really big. I do not really get why he increases in size just in this room and not anywhere else. I guess I will talk about Roxy. If you can't tell, I don't really like Ruined Roxy's design. I think Shattered Roxy looks a lot better. In Ruin, Roxy really hates Gregory, she wants him dead. Now for Cassie, Roxy is her favorite, and I would imagine Cassie went to the Pizzaplex a lot, as you can see cutouts of her. And Roxy, she also knows the characters' names. Her dad also worked at the Pizzaplex. Remember when I said you can get Chica's voice box? Now you can use it when Chica is sitting down in the restroom.
Ew. Gross. That should do it.
Nice last words, Chica. Now this is why I think Chica is on low power, as when she is sitting down I think she has no more power left and has shut off. So Monty can get in water and swim. I do really like this part, but when you power the door Monty dies. Rip Monty. This is a room with plush babies. I have to ask the question, why are baby and nightmare puppet plushes in the Pizzaplex? Could they mean something, as there's no glam rock baby or glam rock puppet in the Pizzaplex? It's just strange to me. Unlike the base game, the wet floor bots do something. If you deactivate all 28, a secret room opens up in Bonnie Bowl, and this is where glam rock Bonnie has been hiding for years, now only being powered by 4 wet floor bots. This is a Princess Quest reference, right? The sword sticking out of the Princess Quest 3 arcade. I think this is Vanna's hidden room, or what is left of it. Now I really like Ruined Freddy. He looks like Nightmare Fredbear or Nightmare. I like that he is missing his head. I like to think that the glam rock Freddy from the base game is just chilling with Gregory as he takes Freddy's head home in one of the endings. Last thing about this new version of Freddy, he can't be seen if you put the mask on. Steel Wool didn't have to do this, but they made the Glam Rocks plushes look like their ruined versions. It's pretty cool. It's pretty easy to miss if you don't look out for it. You know how I said Cassie's favorite is Roxy? Well, Cassie has to shut her off.
Cassie, your special day. I remember.
You remember me?
Your special. Cassie, what are you doing?
Sorry.
I love carrot cake. Happy birthday, Cassie.
Fox, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You remember FNAF 6? Yeah, I do. Well, a character returns and it's Candy Cadet, and he has a new story.
I will tell you a story about a mother and her little boy who lived alone in a cabin in the dark woods. There was a monster in the woods, but the mother caught it and kept it locked in the basement. The monster always made scary noises at night, but the mother would tell the boy not to worry because it could never get out. Then she would sing the boy a lullaby to sleep. One day, the monster stopped growling and instead listened and learned the lullaby. The next day when Mother went out to find food, the monster sang the lullaby from the basement. The little boy heard the lullaby and opened the door.
Now finally for the endings, we stop the entity or kill it, not sure. Then we meet Gregory, but it's not Gregory, it's the mimic from the hit book series Tales from the Pizzaplex. He can mimic voices a bit like Funtime Foxy from Sister Location. The mimic fights Roxy. Yes, she is not dead. He chases us to her elevator, then Gregory makes the elevator fall. Was Gregory really evil?
I think I need to explain a few things. You were never supposed to go to the Pizzaplex. That thing in the sinkhole tricked you. I really don't know what it is, but it's been trapped down here a really long time. The Nexus security program was designed to keep it hidden, but you shut down the security. Now it's free. It's not your fault. I know you did it for me. To save me. But we can't risk being followed. I'm sorry.
Gregory? No!
This one is called the Fredbear ending. It's really confusing. You just put the mask on near a Fredbear cutout, and you get this. Now for the last ending, there are 4 secret cameras you can find as you're playing the game, and if you find them a secret door will open in the final chase and you get to scoop the mimic like the scooper from Sister Location. Also the mimic has a suit now. This is my favorite Steel Wool game and my first or second favorite DLC. Steel Wool did a really good job with this, and this is coming from somebody who didn't like Security Breach. I hope future FNAF games are like this. But where was Burn Trap?
Ruin? I was ruined once. They locked me in a room. A ruined room. A ruined room with mimics. The mimics made me ruin. Ruin? I was ruined once.